Hi there. In this video, I'll show you how to easily create a survey that brings great results. A survey is a series of questions designed to gather information from a user. It can be used for product feedback, customer satisfaction, research, and more. With Opinion Stage, you can either create a survey from scratch, go to Create New, click Survey, or from a template. Let's start by looking at two examples of templates. This is an example of a customer feedback. Whole Foods Market would do. You can see it's very visual, very engaging. It's responsive, of course, works great on mobile, or even mobile first. And here you go. You can put here a call to action if you like. Let's take a look at another example, a market research survey in this time. Like you can see with this type of survey, when you compare it to more kind of standard SurveyMonkey type of survey, you'll get much more responses. And that's the biggest benefit of our surveys. Okay, so those were two examples. Now let's take a look on how to create a survey with Opinion Stage. So this is an example of a survey. Let's kind of go over all of the sections. We'll start with a cover. This is the first page that is displayed to the user. You can put a title, a description, you can put an image or a video. I'll just show you how to replace an image if you like. So you have a lot of different options to find an image. We'll just do a Google search that we're allowed to use. And we'll look for a supermarket. A lot of different options to choose from. Let's say we take this one. We can crop it and we replace the image, and we can save our image and click preview so that we can see how it looks like. Here we go. Okay, so after we created the cover, we move to the questions part. In this survey, we have something like, I think, 10 questions or 7 questions. But I like to show you the different types of questions that you can add. You can add a multiple choice question with one answer, or a multiple choice that allows multiple answers. You can just put an informative card, for example, if you want to divide your survey to a few sections. You can put a short answer, which is kind of a one-liner, or a long answer if you like, if it's a lot of text. And you can also ask for the email of the user. After you configure the questions, we'll move to the closing. Now you can have one or more closings if you like. More than one closings is usually when you use a feature called skip logic, which we'll talk about in a moment. But before that, I'd like to mention that you can integrate a lead form inside the survey. In this case, you would kind of show a form with a few fields just before the user completes the survey. And now let's move to the skip logic. Skip logic lets you configure which question to jump to based on the previous answer. So for example, if in the first question you answer once a week, you can say, oh, in this case, I'll jump to number 4 because the other questions are not relevant. So that's skip logic. And then you have a few settings over here. You can get the submissions emailed to you, block repeat participation, pass on parameters from different questions, and more. I'd also like to show you that you can design the survey as much as you like. You can select a theme from a pre-built list, select your own font, and all the way to CSS override, which lets you do almost anything to match the survey to your brand and site. Social integrations allow you to share the survey in different social networks. Integrations let you automatically send the submissions as they come to your marketing automation or to your database. And pixel tracking, in case you're running an ad campaign to fill in your survey with Google or with Facebook, you can optimize it using pixels. You can also, by the way, use pixels to remarket. So you can put a pixel for a specific answer to a specific question and then remarket to that user. So that's how you create a survey in a nutshell. Now, the next step is to share your survey and distribute it to your audience. So you have essentially two options. One is to embed it on your site if you have a site. You can do that using a script, an iframe. If you're using WordPress, we also offer a WordPress plugin. But in general, we support any type of site that you have. The other option is to use our links. So every survey you create has a landing page on our site, which can be white labeled. You can add your own logo, and then you can send this survey using email or share it in your social networks. So after sharing your survey, let's take a look at the stats. So this is an example of a stat page of a survey. You'll be able to see how many people viewed your survey, how many started, how many completed, the average time they spent on the survey, number of engagements or clicks, the leads if you integrate a lead form inside, the CTA button if you have a call to action button at the end. And then of course you can see the results in each one of the questions over here, the breakdown in pie and chart. Then you can see in the response report, you can see the detailed responses with a lot of metadata as well, like the amount of time people spent on the survey and so on. Then you have a drop-off report, which is very good and effective in optimizing your survey. So you can see where your users are dropping off. And you'll also have a lead report if you integrate a lead form inside your survey. You can export the survey data, or as I mentioned before, you can automatically forward the details to your own CMS, marketing automation as you prefer. So you can see that creating a survey with opinion stage is super easy and fast. You can literally create a great looking and performing survey in minutes. If you have any questions, contact us. We have over here a chat support on the bottom right over here. We usually answer really quickly. Thanks for watching this video and enjoy creating your surveys.